You are not your mistakes, and you are not your insecurities, okay? Like, the way you look is already beautiful. I don't care how you look. It's gorgeous, okay? You know why it's gorgeous? Because you have your unique view of the world, okay? You have a unique view, how you view the world. You have these beautiful, unique thoughts. You can think for yourself. Hi, everyone. Apologies for the lighting, but I did what I could. Today I wanted to talk about self-love. And not just how we develop self-love, but just all the aspects of what hurts our self-love. Self-love is not an easy journey. It's not something you can decide and fix from one day to the next. No. When I was younger, I found it very hard to enter this journey. I found myself asking questions like, okay, where do I start? How do I love myself? How do I, what does that even mean? And I want to cover those for you, so you're not going into the self-love journey or not even entering because you don't know what it is. Self-love technically just means taking care of yourself, being there for yourself, being kind to yourself, not judging yourself, and knowing that whatever you do, you are gonna love yourself for it, okay? Even if you mess up, you're gonna love yourself and you're gonna forgive yourself. That's what self-love is. It's treating yourself like how you treat that person that you love so dearly. How do we start our self-love journey? Well, starting our self-love journey is not as difficult, okay? It's not as difficult as it seems. Starting your self-love journey is quite easy. The work is hard sometimes, but starting it is easy. You can choose to start your self-love journey today, okay? So how I started my self-love journey was I started journaling to myself. I started telling myself the things I wanted to hear from somebody else. I wanted to hear that I was beautiful. I wanted to hear that I was loved, that I am important, that I am so fun to be with. I wanted to hear that from other people. So I started writing poems to myself and writing letters to myself, telling myself, you are so beautiful. You are like a rose. You are like the silence between storms. I started writing myself poems and telling myself all these beautiful things I wanted to hear from people. And when I found that, when I would read those poems, I felt like it was somebody else writing them to me, and I felt like in a romantic way, like loved. I'm like, wow, like I'm writing myself these amazing, beautiful things, and it just felt so amazing and so beautiful and so pure. That's where I started my self-love journey. I also went deeper than that and started doing shadow work, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard, but if you haven't, shadow work is technically unrevealing parts of yourself that you have rejected and hidden. So I would write poems like, what am I hiding from others? What am I insecure about? What are my fears? And this really helped reveal those parts of myself that I have rejected for so long. A part of that was my cringy self, the part that I love to be crazy and laugh loud and really be out there and play. Like, I was hiding that part of myself, and I kind of had an idea of it, but it was more in the subconscious. I didn't really bring it out yet, and once I wrote that down, I was able to see, yeah, I am hiding these parts of myself, and it really helped me to accept and know what I was rejecting within me. Another part that really helped me in my self-love journey that I'm still in was being kind to myself. And it's not just in the way you speak, it's in the way you judge yourself as well. I found myself judging myself when I was too quiet with somebody. When I would have a conversation with somebody, I would after find myself judging myself, like, you should have been louder. Why wasn't I louder? Did they like me? Did I come up as weird? Why wasn't I more fun? Why wasn't I smiling more? And I know that some of us may think that's a way of growing, but it's not. Okay, it is not. I used to think that, and it's not a way of growing. You judging yourself is not going to get you any further than you loving yourself. Loving yourself is going to get you way further, and I've noticed that. So when I started figuring out that, I remembered a quote that said, I do not have to be everything for everyone. I do not have to be a smiley girl all the time. I do not have to be the positive girl every time. I do not have to be the uplifting girl every time. No, I do not have to be that every single time for others. Like, it's only gonna ever hurt me. So I figured out that even if I don't show up how I wanted with others, like I probably wasn't the most laughing girl, I probably felt tired that day and came up as rude, I'm not gonna judge myself for that. Because at that moment, I did not really know how I was coming up as, so why am I gonna judge myself for something I had no idea I was doing, you know? Obviously, this does not go with if you're rude with people, you know? Like, I'm not gonna tell you to judge yourself when you're rude with somebody, but that's what self-love is a big hit also. If you really love yourself, you are not gonna be hating others or being rude to others because you want them to experience that love you have inside. That's where the quote comes that happy people don't judge. They want you to experience that love and they want you to experience the happiness you have inside. They're not gonna hate you when that's not what they want you to experience. And I'm still my self-love journey, and there is days that I feel so down and I want to look in the mirror and start criticizing myself. Like, the temptation to criticize myself is there, and you have to be really strong to know that that's not who I want to be. When those days come, I imagine the days that I was happy. I imagine my happy self. I imagine myself laughing in a park. I imagine myself stuffing cake in my mouth. I imagine myself looking at the trees in such a loving way, and I just think that I'm so unique and that's so beautiful how I look at the world. And I find myself showing compassion for myself after, because I'm like, she's such a sweet girl, she's so loving and so pure, I have no reason to hate her for it. And sometimes when I do cringy things or embarrassing things, there's a part of me, what are they gonna say? Should I judge myself because they're gonna judge me? Is it like I feel forced to judge myself because if they're judging me, then I have to judge myself? But no, that's not true. You do not have to judge yourself for somebody else judging you. It's the total opposite. You should be there for yourself more, because people will only ever judge you when they're judging themselves. Okay, people are not judging you, they're judging themselves. They're seeing you as a mirror. And whatever, imagine this, whenever somebody's just judging you, criticizing you, imagine a mirror, that comment, whatever they give you, bounces off and back to them, because it's not with you. How would they judge you when they don't even fully know you? Okay, it's just not possible. And self-love is really important because it's not just in the way that you talk to yourself, it's in the way your mind judges you, and the shadow work, and the way you see yourself. And seeing yourself is such a big thing, because I used to see myself, and currently am still, but I'm working on that, seeing myself as an annoying girl. Like, when I post on social media that I started, it's been a passion for forever, and I would post and then erase the channel because I thought I was cringy and I thought that I couldn't do it. But I'm not cringy, and I can do it. I might be cringy, but who cares? Cringy but free. But I used to think that I saw myself as an annoying girl, and that I was just annoying people when I would talk to them, and I was just like this weight that they had to carry, and that is so mean and so toxic. I'm working on this by, whenever I start seeing myself as that person, I remember the days that I was there for somebody. I remember the days that I was loving to somebody. And I just feel like that automatically removes the way I see myself, and I start seeing myself in a pure way, in a loving way, in a supportive way, that I'm supportive to others, that I'm loving to others. I'm not annoying, I'm loving. And you are not forced to see yourself in a certain way just because others might see you that way. If somebody might see you in an annoying way, or if you think they see you as a weight they have to carry, you do not have to see yourself as that. I promise you, you do not have to see yourself as that. You can see yourself as a loving person. You can see yourself as a sweet person. Even if somebody tells you you are so selfish, you are ignorant, you are unorganized, you can decide to not see yourself in that way. You can decide to see yourself as an organized person, as an important person, and as a worthy person. Of course, we are not going to go out there and be unorganized and be rude to everybody and say, oh no, I'm a nice person. But if you know you're a nice person, and if your actions were more kind than they were rude, then you're a nice person. Even if you hurt somebody, but that was never your intention, and you apologized afterwards, or you made them know that was not your intention, then that already makes you a nice person, okay? Your mistakes are not your personality. How are they gonna be your personality? If your mistakes are your personality, then we all have a personality that's mistakes, and that's not true. Because we all have mistakes. We all fail, and we all learn, okay? Your failures and your mistakes does not define you, and they never will. Never. Because you are going to constantly be making mistakes, and you are constantly defining yourself by that. That's not going to get you anywhere. Even if you think, oh, me saying that this was my mistake and defining myself by that, it might get me further. It won't. It won't. Okay? You are not your mistakes, and you are not your insecurities. Okay? Like, the way you look is already beautiful. I don't care how you look. It's gorgeous. Okay? You know why it's gorgeous? Because you have your unique view of the world. Okay? You have a unique view, how you view the world. You have these beautiful, unique thoughts. You can think for yourself. Oh, you can eat. You can breathe. That is already beautiful. And what I see as beautiful is the way that you think. Nobody else thinks like that. The way you view the world, nobody else views the world like that. The way you talk, it's your unique voice. Somebody may look like you, a double ganger, I think that's what it's called, but they won't have the same thoughts, the same views, and the same perceptions as you do. That is so unique and so beautiful, because nobody has your mindset. Nobody. That is so beautiful. Do you know how beautiful that is? Like, nobody else has your mindset. You are the only one who will ever experience this mind. Even if your mind is revolving in negative thoughts, like, you're the only one that's gonna experience those certain negative thoughts and that certain view. Like, isn't that so beautiful? How there's nobody like you. So how will anybody ever be able to actually judge you? Like, if I say you're ugly, you're unimportant. Okay, like, that's not true, because that's your view. Like, it's your own view in your own head. Like, how do you know I'm not that? Like, where's your evidence that I'm not important? Where's your evidence that I'm ugly? Like, oh, it's because of a beauty trend? Okay, that's gonna go out of style in a few years, and it's not gonna be beautiful anymore. Like, what does it matter? Make yourself the new beauty trend. Make yourself the new beauty goal, okay? Make your insecurity the new goal, your new favorite thing about yourself. I was very insecure by my eye bags. I would constantly be looking in the mirror and judging myself because I had them. Constantly. Like, I had this thing in 9th grade where I would constantly look in the mirror. Every period I would go to the mirror. Every lunchtime I would go to the mirror. Every minute I got the opportunity to see myself in the mirror, I would look at it. Only to judge myself. That's it. Only to judge myself. And whenever somebody would tell me, Johnny, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, like, I didn't believe it. Because of those eye bags. Can you believe, like, how an insecurity can make you so deeply avoid all these beautiful things you already own? Okay, your face is temporarily. It's beautiful, but temporarily. It's not gonna stay forever, okay? Your spirit, you're gonna pass at some point, and your spirit is the one that's gonna stay with you entire existence, okay? So wouldn't you rather take care of your spirit and what's inside than worry of your physical appearance? Of course, you're still gonna take care of your physical appearance, skincare, shower, but don't worry about it as much as your spirit. Your spirit stays with you your entire existence, okay? So if you start deciding to grow it and love it now, well, you are golden for the rest of your life. And it's so beautiful. I found a point in my life where I wanted to give up on self-love. I found that was just something very hard, and I didn't have the capacity to continue. That's what I believe. But I decided to continue. My thought was, I'm not gonna work as hard at it anymore, but I'm gonna continue and see where it takes me. And when I got that mindset, I was able to actually take it pretty far, because not judging yourself is not as easy as I say it. It takes work, and I'm sometimes even still judging myself to this point, but I make sure I refrain my own thoughts and make sure I refrain from what I'm saying to something positive and something loving that's only gonna ever grow me. And it's just so amazing to see how far I was able to come, from a girl that constantly judged herself to a girl that can look at a mirror and say, she's beautiful. She is so beautiful. The past videos I was making, I was nervous to put myself out there and to show who I really am. But I feel like this video, I didn't write a script for it. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about. I didn't even change or put makeup on because I wanted to be really authentic, something that I've been running away from my whole life. I want to be really authentic, and I really want this channel to grow. So I'm going to keep on posting in it, and not for the likes and subscribers, but a way of healing my inner child, something that she always wanted to do, in a way that I can help you girls grow as well. I just want to really be authentic on here, start being my true self, authentic, even if I get judged, because like I said, it's just a mirror. I hope this video helped you girls. At least one thing from this video was able to help you, and I really wish you the best of luck on your self-love journey, and know that you can do it. There is nothing stopping you, okay? Even on your hardest days, you just telling yourself, hey, I still love you, is enough. You don't even have to do a whole lot of stuff. Just you telling yourself, I love you, is enough. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching to the end. I'll see you in my next video.